That's where that pen went. All right. All right, we are live. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Black Wednesday. Oh, yeah. Black Wednesday. And, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I actually do want to watch some NXT tonight because I do want to see Drake Maverick's match in NXT. Win or lose, win or lose. Elijah Washington, what is up? No, I have not heard anything, Elijah. After I did my show this afternoon, I went and made dinner, and I completely stayed off the news other than getting notifications from ringsidenews.com. And that was, what did I hear? Oh, I heard Killer Cross showed up. So I was like, ooh, my boy Killer Cross. I'm going to have to check that out. Global Wars, what's up, man? HD. So no, I haven't heard any other names other than a couple NXT names that I wasn't even really familiar with them. I just, I'm sure there's more coming. Unfortunately, it's a sad day in the company, EC3 to AEW. Oh yeah, and Jericho's Brady Bunch. We need J-Bone in there. Oh no, dude, no. I'll save that for the pros. No, please, no. Would I like to meet them all someday and have a little powwow? Absolutely, but no. I saved that for the pros. Dead Punk Gage. Hey, what is up? The Bubbly Bunch. Oh man, Jericho. I love that. Man, legend. Yes. GOAT. Sammy Guevara. The GOAT of... Oh, no, you mean Jericho. Oh, I'm not going to lie. I'm completely exhausted. I stayed up super late last night. Not that you guys want to hear that, but... man. Yeah, we're still gonna do this. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna try to make this short and sweet. I'm not gonna look for any other WWE news tonight. I did start watching AEW. Oh my god, yeah, this is how tired I am. I did start watching Dark Side of the Ring from last night. I got about 2/3 the way through it. And then I'll watch the after show, which it's sometimes good. Last week's felt really strange to me. But I'm gonna finish watching that tomorrow. I'll probably do my review on that tomorrow. And depending on what I hear about the card, I have not looked to see exactly what they have put out officially. Me and the boys might do some predictions for the first half of Rebellion. We'll see. And I don't know how much I haven't talked to the guys much today. I mean, we've been talking about like, oh, so and so could maybe show up, in oh my goodness, is that a hole or is that a thing? It's a thing. All right. Sorry. So yeah, we might do some predictions later this week and talk about some fantasy booking who we'd like to see show up in Impact Wrestling. But like I said this afternoon, we gotta be realistic. Over 24 people got left go, plus several others that we don't even know about. Not everybody can go to AEW. Not everybody can go to Impact. Not everybody is going to get signed like that. Okay. I saw the EC3. We'll get to AEW in a second. I saw the EC3 promo. If you have not seen the EC3 promo and the stuff he put out on his Twitter, it's impressive. The guy's been busting his ass to come back, and now he is a free agent. So he is doing everything he can to pump himself up and get his name out there in the good graces of the wrestling community. Saying, hey, I'm ready. Someone come talk to me, you know? And that could be any number of names. It's just going to be very interesting. I'm not even going to try to guess on who's all going to call who and who's interested in what. I saw Cody just tweet something out about Zack Ryder. It was like a gif of Zack Ryder winning that Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania a few years ago. It was one big WrestleMania win. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Let's jump into chat here real quick. Sammy Guevara is funny how many words they use in AEW. Madison Rayne already offered Deanna a spot in Impact. Really? That's interesting. Oh, she's the locker room leader. She's probably got a little pull, maybe. What's the deal with Taya, Dreamer, and Joey Ryan in the BTE shows? I don't know about Dreamer, but I know Taya was in a recent one. Whoever films that stuff on the West Coast, anywhere around the Young Bucks, they all live around there in California. So they're just trying to pull in names and faces. Luchasaurus has history with Taya and, specifically Johnny Mundo, John Morrison. He helped train him while he was waiting to get signed someplace, and helped Luchasaurus get back to 100%. I guess he was injured for a while or something. But yeah, that's why you see Taya and Mundo every once in a while in those. Dreamer, I'm not sure. But Dreamer's all over the place. Dreamer helps out whoever, Mr. Fretz, what is shaking? Cody Diener is already pushing for Eric Young to be back in Impact. Dude, a lot of people. Dude, did you see the T&I social media? Our boy Lino is already getting stuff out there, getting people talking. It's crazy. Other wrestlers are doing for it, right? J-Bone, Mike and Maria versus Cody and Brandy. That's interesting. Yeah. I'm assuming you mean Mike Bennett, because he can actually use Mike Bennett now. 27 wrestlers and 9 or 10 producers. Yeah, man, it's a dark day for WWE. We haven't seen this bad, and it was like 2012, 2013 is one of the. It was like in the first year that I was podcasting and doing stuff on here. Then they let all those guys go. Ezekiel Jackson, Drew McIntyre, all those guys. Yeah, I covered it. I can't remember the year. I think it's 2012, 2013, something. J-Bone, did you see Sami Callihan and Cam Shamrock promo? Yeah, I saw that. It was good stuff. Did you see Scott maybe involved in it? Interesting. New stable and Impact. I don't know. Scott D'Amore? No. That's one thing that Impact has really prided itself in, is not throwing their bosses out as characters, even though they could. I mean, we've seen Don Callis on commentary, but I really don't think you're going to see Scott D'Amore in that position. I really don't. I could be wrong. You never know when you might get the itch. Tommy Dreamer is in AEW because he's a legend in the business. He's not in AEW. He's in Impact, but he appears in other places. He guests and stuff. But as far as I know, he's under contract in, or maybe it's an open contract. I don't know what the hell you call that. Stuff is so different over the last several years in the wrestling business. But whoops, I'm bummed to see all the people let go. Poor Spud. Yeah, man, that promo he cut. Well, not really a promo, just him talking on Twitter. That was hard. That was really hard. That was real emotion. That wasn't him just making stuff up. No, that was real. And that's why I opened up my show this afternoon with that promo. So it's and not to be a downer, but it's this is real. People are it's not just a couple people like okay. I think it was different when the Revival got released, had a much different feel. It was just a tag team. It wasn't over 24 people at once and oh my God, it was different. Those guys wanted out. Spud obviously took this a lot different, more differently. EC3 is obviously taking this a lot more differently. I've only seen a handful of other responses, reactions. No way Jose's, So, all right, let's talk about this. I've gone almost 15 minutes talking about WWE stuff in an AEW review, but whatever. I'm a former rambler. It's what I do. It's right. All right, so let's talk about this AEW Dynamite Season 2, Episode 16. April 15th review for AEW Dynamite. Opens up with more Jake the Snake Roberts. Man, I love me some Jake the Snake Roberts. That guy can cut just, man, I'll give him 2 minutes. That's all he needs. And he's got you shaking in your boots. And it's just so damn good. Talking about Lance Archer getting that much closer to his goal. Colt Cabana versus Lance Archer. Lance Archer wins this one with a blackout. This match, like we all know how good Colt Cabana is. He sometimes isn't taken that seriously, but when he really gets into his matches, he can really turn it up. And he can really he is impressive. When he's not fooling around, he can tear you up. We've seen this before. The first few matches he's had in AEW, maybe he wasn't taken quite as seriously. He does a lot of stuff with a big old smile on his face. It's classic Colt Cabana. But now you put him in a ring with a guy like Lance Archer, who is driven by a much greater force behind him, and someone being a mentor like Jake the Snake Roberts. Oh my goodness. Look out. I mean, what he practically killed Marco Stunt. How Marco Stunt got up from it, like I understand this professional wrestling, but damn, that looked brutal. That was legit brutal. And Colt lost that smile off his face pretty quickly in this match. I wouldn't call this a squash match because Colt did get some offense in there, but this did not take too long for Lance Archer to get one up. But Colt is tough. Colt did try. You know, he was out there having fun, but he knew he was going to have a serious, serious fight on his hands. You know, but Lance Archer, man, and then they show the brackets, and what's interesting is they show the top two and the bottom two, and they show, okay, here's your first semifinals here or whatever you call them, and it's Cody, and it's Lance, and then you got the two bottom ones facing off next week, and we'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, man, are we gonna get that Lance Archer Cody match? Oh man, that is just gonna be it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. Next we've got Cassandra Golden returning. She lost, was it a couple weeks ago to Sheeta, I believe who it was. Now she's going up against Britt Baker, who made some headlines with all the blood loss she had in her match. This there was a lot of, you could almost say, squash matches. This, you know what this episode felt like, and this isn't a knock on this. It's just funny. Excuse me. This episode felt like one of those classic WWF superstars episodes from back in the 80s, where all the big names came out, but they'd face, some local jabroni in the ring. That's what this episode felt like. I know I'm really dating myself when I say that, but let me know your thoughts in the chat. If that's what this felt like to you. And you're not going to appreciate that unless you came from that like decades ago. Like, you might look at this match and be like, oh, this is just all about, to quote the late great Bobby Heenan, it's just a bunch of ham and eggers. Who gives a shit about this episode? Okay, but if you came from that back in the 80s and now you're seeing it again, you might appreciate it. Okay, is what I'm saying. So, but yeah, Britt Baker takes out Cassandra Golden fairly quickly here, gives her a what the hell? When she had her mouth on the rope, and then gave her it was like a curb stomp on the rope. That's what I was trying to think of, curb stomp. And that's how she hurt that other girl several weeks ago, knocked a handful of her teeth out or whatever. She was spitting out her teeth at the end. You're not getting my lollipops, Eric. You're not getting them. You've been trying all day. You're not getting them. What's up, Eric? How you doing? So yeah, this one was short and sweet. Britt Baker, she cleans up nicely, right? She cleans up nicely. Next, we had Pineapple Pete making his in-ring debut. Shug D, or is it Sugar Dunkington? I think his name is. If I screwed that up, I apologize, but I think that's what he's known as in the indies. But they call him Shug D here. Or last week, Chris Jericho, and he called him that again. It was priceless. And he actually has an AEW shirt, which looks like $1 million, and it says Pineapple Pete on it. If you have not seen it, please go to Pro Wrestling Tees and check it out. It looks like $1 million. It's great. Dreamer did a cameo for my podcast intro. It was super cool. Nice. Not a bad, you get a little nod from the Dreamer there, man. Not bad. SpongeBob 2.0. Oh, God. Sugar Dunkerson? Is that right? I thought it was Dunking You're probably right. I probably butchered that horn. She lost to Kylie Ray in her Impact debut. Oh, that's right. Wow. So Cassandra Golden has been on a couple shows. Interesting. So she's from that area. So Kylie Ray, excuse me, it was Atlanta, Georgia, and these tapings were done in Atlanta, somewhere in Atlanta, Georgia, whatever. And well, yeah, it all makes sense. Yeah, wow, interesting. I forgot she was there too. Wow. You removed the message. You're so goofy. You didn't have to remove it. I already put it up there. Is it Dunkington? Spots for Impact a long time ago. Yeah, he was in. It was about a year ago. They brought him in, and he was in a couple episodes of Explosion, I think. It was never anything like major. I think it was more of a kind of just a local tryout kind of thing. And I haven't seen him back, so now I don't know if Shug D is actually signed. Pineapple Pete. What do we call him? I don't know. Shug Pete. I don't know. Pineapple D. I don't know. I got a million of them. I'll be here all week. Try the pork. I don't know if he's getting an actual contract or if they're just using him locally in the meantime while they're missing other people to fill up the temporary roster. I don't want to assume anything. But if the guy's got his own Pineapple Pete shirt, damn, that's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Pretty slick. But yeah, Shug D versus Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara makes pretty short work of Shug D. This one's a little longer. Sammy Guevara betters his in-ring record for 2020 from 3-4 to 4-4. And then he cut a promo in the ring while he messed up Shug some more, which prompted Darby Allin to come out. So those two are facing off next week, just to remind everyone. And as part of that tournament. And man, Darby Allin just moves like lightning. I don't know how Sammy got away so quick, but it just shows how good Sammy is. And he's one of my favorites. So in watching this, I gotta say, as much as I'd love to see Cody and Darby face off again in this tournament, in the one bracket, bam. I'd love to see Cody versus Sammy. Wasn't Cody versus Sammy the first match on Dynamite? Wasn't it? I think it is. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it is. Or it was the first match on something. Yeah, I think it was Dynamite last fall or whenever it was. So yeah, that would be that'd be something too, I'd like to see that. Pineapple Pete. All right, next we got no jabronis in this one, unless you have different opinions on Orange Cassidy. Sexy Chucky T or Chuck Taylor, as they call him here, versus Kip Sabian in a decent match, going back and forth. Kip Sabian In the other end of the bracket, he's facing, who's he facing? Oh, Dustin. Oh, I got it right here. Dustin Rhodes in the other side of the bracket. And then the winner of that one will go on to face Lance Archer. Man, it's oh, jeez. But yeah, this was a solid match, and man, the odds were really against Chuck Taylor in this one, as Penelope Ford ended up using her sexuality to help get Kip Sabian one up on Chuck Taylor. The funniest part of the match, though, is when Orange Cassidy got up on the mat and he tried to simulate what Penelope Ford did. It's just, oh, Orange Cassidy, you gotta love him. And then someone, and it's interesting that they mentioned this earlier in the match, that Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford are roommates with one Jimmy Havoc. Interesting. So Jimmy Havoc jumps the barrier and attacks Orange Cassidy and DDTs him through the floor, pretty much. And then with all the distraction and everything, Kip Sabian got one up on Chuck Taylor and wins the match, looking strong going into next week in his tournament match. Next, we got Shawn Spears. It's someone online said, "Oh, they got grade schoolers wrestling now," and I was like, "Oh, jeez." Oh, this kid. Yeah, it looked like he was basically right out of high school. I don't know who this guy was. Justin Law. But let me tell you, man, his chest was glowing red by the end of this match. Shawn Spears made short work of him. Not too much to say about this match. They're just mentioned that Shawn Spears is still looking for a tag partner. So, if you're in the area and you think you got it, go hit up Shawn Spears. Maybe you can end up his tag partner. And then it goes into the tournament here. Next week, the TNT tournament for the TNT title. We got Dustin Rhodes versus Kip Sabian, like I said, and we also have Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara, both ends of the bracket there, finishing off the first round. Oh, so let me know in the comments or after the fact if you watch this later. Let me know who your picks are to go into, the last round. Do you know who's gonna beat who? Is Rhodes gonna beat Sabian? Sabian gonna beat Rhodes? Allin and Guevara? Let me know. We're also getting Cassidy's first match. His first Orange Cassidy's first match on TNT, on Dynamite, versus Havoc. Oof. Someone get Orange Cassidy's measurements for that coffin ready. This is not going to end well. Dude, you guys. J-Bone should be Shawn Spears' tag partner. No, I am not a wrestler. I just play one on YouTube. No, I'm kidding. You guys are so goofy. All right, here we go. Cody versus Archer in the finals with Archer going over. So you think Lance Archer is going to be the first TNT champion? Interesting. That is going to be a hell of a match, though, isn't it? Going to be a lot of mind games in that one, man. I can't wait to see what Jake pulls off for that one. Okay? It's going to be crazy. He's going to be lurking, just lurking in the mind of Cody somewhere. What's up, Tim? How you doing? Hope you're doing well this day. And what's left here? Ah, yes, the AEW Championship match. Moxley's first championship defense. That doesn't even seem right, is it? Right? I guess it is. I thought he had one other match. Maybe it was a non-title match. I forget. I can't even remember what the hell I had for lunch last week. Anyways, all right. So for the AEW Championship, Jon Moxley defending against one Jake Hager. What made this interesting was all the little the little segments throughout the show, all the little opinions from the world of whether it be professional wrestling or the world of MMA, like Mike Goldberg is an announcer, I believe. I'm not too up on UFC stuff, but there was all sorts of different opinions on who was going to take this one, and a lot of them were pulling for Jake in this one. And I'm not going to lie, man. Jake is very underrated. He's a bad dude. He really is. He is a bad mother trucker. I got a ring you can work out and get you ready. Dude, I've had 3 back surgeries. I'm not going to try to pull a Hulk Hogan, okay? No, please, no. Did you notice how salty JR was tonight? No, salty? I did not notice. He, well, see, I mean, this match was unique because it was taped several weeks ago when they were still in, what's that called? Daly's Place, whatever. And I know he was there for those tapings, but I don't know if this was something that was dubbed in or if he was like off up on the stage watching this match. I'm not sure exactly how they did this. You'd probably have to watch the aftermath thing that they do on the YouTube channel from all the guys. I'm pretty sure they were on there. I know Excalibur and Taz, and I think sometimes JR's on there. It's something new they're doing. It's, it's unique. I'm competing with them right now. It's, they're trying to keep the little man down. It's all right. It's all good. I've been here a while. I can take it. Why you guys got to do this to me? I'm kidding. It's all good. It keeps them employed and keeps them busy. It's something for them to do because they can't have a ton of people at ringside. And majority of them are older. And then Tony Khan also gave them the option, telling them, hey, if you're not comfortable for the, being a part of these tapings, please, nothing will be held against you if you want to stay home, stay safe, hunker down, pray for daylight, whatever. And so they're keeping guys like Excalibur and Taz and JR in the mix, by doing stuff like this, or something involved in social media or a pre-show or whatever, which is great, And man, this this match did not go how I thought it was going to. It started out with some like legit, and I mean legit, grappling, and it's not every day that we get to see Jon Moxley do that. Do some like old school, real down and dirty grappling, manipulating, like joint manipulation and stuff like that. Man, I haven't seen Mox do that in a long time. You used to him coming out with like a big old chair and just trashing everybody. But there was a little bit of everything in this match, and I feel like that's what made it so great. You had some real down and dirty wrestling, and then they took it outside of the ring, threw some chairs, did some moves on some railings, and they used their surroundings, which I enjoyed. It was good, and it was when they're ignoring the area outside of the ring, it's a lot easier to watch. But when you look to the outside and you see no one, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little harder to watch, and you depend on them to do certain things to keep your attention, or the commentator to keep your attention. So it's a joint venture, to keep the viewer, you know, focused on what's going on. Um, but and then you had commercial breaks, so little breaks in the action, because this match went from like over like the last half hour of the show. And I started thinking, I was like, oh man, um, is this going to feel like the Randy Orton Edge match from WrestleMania? But no, I felt like this was a lot better. This one flowed a lot better, and it actually had a decent amount of wrestling in it, with only so much on the outside, running around doing whatever. Um, so I felt like this actually flowed 10 times better. Plus, you had the little commercial breaks that actually, I usually don't like the commercial breaks, but man, it was so intense. You just needed a little breather sometimes, like you ever watch something and you like feel yourself like forget to breathe? That's what this match felt like. So, um, but yeah, this was not looking good for John. I was not going to be super mega surprised if Jake took this one for whatever reason. I noticed that John Moxley's elbow was taped up, and that kind of worried me a little bit. And I think that's where he had his infection before. So I was like, "Ooh, is there something going on there again that it's taped up again, or is he a little banged up or something? What's going on?" And and that could be just part of wrestling, like just reminding people what he went through before, part of the whole storytelling process or something. Um, like back in the day, Hulk Hogan, he's not really injured, but he would wrap his ribs up, and it draws attention to it, part of the storytelling process in the whatever. But yeah, man, this match was really good. The in-ring stuff really impressed me from John. I haven't seen him wrestle like this, like I said, in a long time. Great stuff. John comes off with a win here, and man, he's good old John Moxley leaving the ring area. He's like, man, I need a drink. Have one for me, John. Have one for me. That's all I can say. So, and like I said, if you're this felt like one of those old school wrestling superstars episodes where there was a lot of local jobbers or local talent, whatever you want to call them, used to enhance the main roster. But we know there's outlining circumstances where you know we know what's going on. We're not stupid. We know that there's a lot of people just at home, hunker down, and they're not being used. So they're doing what they can with local talent. And but I applaud their efforts. I do. I'm not going to. I appreciate it because it's one of the few things that entertains me right now, as I'm sure it is for many of you. So, so that's going to do it for this one. I'll do my review of Dark Side of the Ring sometime tomorrow. Probably do some more updates with WWE stuff, maybe, depending on what I see. I don't know. Man, I mean, that was just a big downer today. I wanted to get the news out there, but man, it just didn't feel good doing it. It just um, it's different when, oh, okay, so and so got released. Oh, okay, let's talk about it. It's not usually between 20 to 30 people getting let go at once. It's like, dear God. What do they say? Black Wednesday? Yeah, absolutely called Black Wednesday. Um, Crazy. So, um, thank you all for tuning in. Wasn't quite my normal self today, and I apologize for that. Just because last night was weird, and I'm still not done. I got to take care of a few more things today that I forgot about because I was so fried from last night, and I gotta get better at that. Whatever. It's a thing. It happens. So thanks for tuning in. If you guys are interested, the link is in the description. Got some new merch there. If you're new and you want to check that out, help support the brand. Excuse me. Help support the brand. I've got more t-shirts in the works. Just had a little conversation with What For Apparel today, and we're gonna work on that little idea that came from Humble Beast the other day. I can't wait to see it. Less lollipops will help. No, I need more lollipops, damn it. No. Don't apologize. You're good. Thank you. Thank you, Gage. Appreciate it. I try. That's all I can do is try and come on here. And I don't know if I'm entertaining myself than you guys or what, but whatever. I try. Just doing my thing, here on Smash This Podcast. On your way out, don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. I don't know if me and the TNI guys are gonna get together and do anything more this week. It's been a crazy week so far. We're only halfway through it. We'll see. I had mentioned possibly doing some predictions for Rebellion for next week, or at least what we know is the first half of Rebellion next week, and then maybe more for the following week, which is night 2. Too big for just one night. God, where have we heard that before? It's funny. So, all right, we're getting out of here. Thank you all. Take care. Much love. Be safe. See you down the road.